Hey everyone, it is Rambling Hour, a new season, season 6, episode 1. And I can see that my white hair is coming in really, like you can really see it in this style of hair, and it looks so bad. And lighting, maybe the lighting, if I change the lighting, it won't be so obvious. Getting older. I don't know if it changes anything. We'll just say it's the glare on the hair. Gotta do that so often. So, how is everyone? I had a week off last Sunday to visit with Steve's dad, who was here for Steve's birthday. Yes, that's right. Steve had a birthday this week. He is now 58. And so Allison turned 18 and Steve turned 58, you know, a few days apart. So they're 40 years apart. And then the next day after Steve's birthday was mine and his four-year wedding anniversary. So it's been 4 years since we got married. I can't believe it's been that long already. Hello, Melody, and everybody else who's watching this, whether live right now or at a later date. Sorry, I'm just adjusting myself. Yes, I'm late. That's normal, and I'm sorry about that. Of course, today it was that, like, doing the kids' laundry. Okay, so Thomas is going on a trip to New York for 2 weeks. His first solo trip, his first big trip. He's 20 years old, so he's going on Tuesday to New York for 2 weeks. Excuse me. He's been working on his laundry the last few days, and I've been waiting for him to come and switch loads all day, and he hasn't. So his stuff's just sitting in a basket, and I finally had to put the girls' uniforms on. So I had the darks in the wash, and I need to do the whites, which is their shirts. So of course, right when I was coming to do my live, the washing machine was done, and I was like, I do not want to wait to put the darks into the dryer and then put on the whites, because, so I'm just trying to make it not look as obvious with the white hair growing out my roots, because the washing machine is like environmentally friendly, blah blah blah, so it takes like 3 hours to wash, so it'll just take me forever, and I want to be, you know, asleep at night, not worried about laundry, let alone the fact that I got to get up at 6 and then iron the clothes because they wear school uniforms, so I wouldn't send them to school looking weird. My nose, okay, seriously, today my nose looks red, like I have a cold or something. I don't know what's going on. Erica's supposed to be going to bed. She has my portable charger, and my phone's halfway charged, so I need her to bring that to me, but I didn't shout her and I was already late, so Steve's going out with his mates in a few minutes, so maybe he can shout her for me. So how are you guys? What's new with you? What have you been doing? Yes, Fred, our joiner, has been here all week doing the doors, new door frames and new oak doors. So most of those are in, except that the company that we got them from sent 3 of the wrong sized frames. So there's 3 frames that are a different size than the rest of them, and they sent the wrong size frame. So we're waiting on those, and it takes weeks to get these things because they have to be treated with the stuff and everything else, and like the way we got them finished. And yeah, so it's really annoying because it was their screw up, but we have to wait. And so most of the doors are in. Fred will be back tomorrow to put on the handles and locks and stuff on the different doors, but the electricians still haven't been here yet, and we haven't heard from them yet, so they're definitely not starting again tomorrow, but we'll see if they're starting this week. Hopefully they are. So in the kitchen, not only do we have to wait for Steve's friend to block up there's a door in the kitchen to go out into the back garden right now, and we're blocking that up because that's where the cooker is going to go, and we're opening it up where this little window is. We're going to make that the doorway, so we need that blocked up before, you know, the kitchen can go in. But we also need Fred, the joiner, to put in like a false ceiling. We're just bringing the ceiling down a little bit and putting insulation in there because it's too noisy from the kitchen to Tom's bedroom, one way or the other. So we're doing a insulation in there. And so we need Fred to put the frame on the ceiling, and then the electricians will have to put the wiring in, and then the insulation goes in, then it needs to be boarded out, and then, like I said, that door built up, and then plastering, like boarding and plastering and all that, and then the kitchen can be installed, which we haven't even ordered it yet. It's just designed. So that's where we are with home renovations. Hope everybody's good. We've been getting some winter sunshine here, which is nice because we don't get a lot of winter sunshine usually. But and I have been tempted to be outside, but it's still a bit chilly, and I'm trying to get stuff done in the house. So, but yeah, I feel the urge building up in me to, like, you know, I'm looking forward to another gardening season, and you know, in February, which is like a few days away, I could start some like sweet peas or like some seeds. But I'd like to get the stuff done in the house first. I guess I am pretty much caught up in the house, but it's just, yeah, there's always more to do. So I can't say that. Like today, the last few days I ordered some photo albums off Amazon, and they came on Saturday. So I've been putting all these loose pictures into albums. The thing is that we don't have a huge amount. I left all my photo albums in Canada. So we don't have a huge amount of photos, but I don't like when they're just, and some that I've printed off in the last few years and everything, and some of them I want to use for scrapbooking, but just loose pictures everywhere. I just thought I'd buy a few photo albums and put them in there, so it's easier to look at, and then I don't have boxes of photos, right? What's the point in having them if you can't look at them? So that's what I've been working on the last 2 days. I would like to finish my book. I'm almost finished, but every time I try to have a bath and read, I end up like falling asleep, and I don't want to drop my phone into the bath. So I will finish this book. I swear, I am almost done. I'm in the last part, the conclusion. So, and then I'll be moving on to another book, and I'll let you guys know whatever it is that I start when I start it. So today is the 30th of January, and there's literally like tomorrow left of January already. It's going to be February. This is crazy how quickly January's gone by. So Valentine's is in a few weeks, and I've decorated for Valentine's Day, but I kind of pushed all the pillows and everything out of this shot because I realized that I don't match for my Valentine's Day stuff. So I might do that next week, set up for Valentine's Day. Amy's wedding, Amy and James's wedding, that's Steve's oldest daughter. Well, he only has one biological daughter, but Owen is older than Amy, so it's Amy and James's wedding at the beginning of April, so that's going to be coming up quick as well. At the end of March, we're going to see Jason Manford, which is one of Steve's favorite comedians and one of his favorite people in life, so we're going to see Jason Manford. That was his Christmas gift, well, I guess mine too, from Amy and James. And Steve got a birthday gift from his mom and stepdad, and it is tickets to go to a Man City game, but there's like some different things that you get with it and everything else, and there's like a meal before, and I don't know, it's like the special thing, and you get to meet a legend, and so anyways, but I'm not really interested in football, so he's taking Amy, so she's the only one who hasn't been to a Man City game, I guess, out of like me and the girls aren't from here, but of his kids or who he could think of to take, and it'll be a nice memory for them too, especially it's like their last like father-daughter type thing before she's handed off and married. So even though her and James have been together since they were teenagers, but it's just nice. So Melody said we were supposed to get 5 to 10 centimeters of snow tonight. Well, here it is not snowing, but it's raining, but the thing is that there's like, I don't know if they're hurricanes, or we're getting hurricane winds anyways because of hurricanes that are happening somewhere else in the world, but we're getting some serious winds here. Unfortunately, like, was it yesterday, the day before, a 60-year-old lady and a 9-year-old boy both died from trees falling on them from the winds. Just sad. It's going to be double digits cold again this week. Yeah, that's, I learned a new fact yesterday when I was watching a game show. What is it called again? Can't remember what the game show is called, but it's, it's with Ant and Dec. That's these two television personalities. They've been working together since they were kids. Anyways, they host this game show, and it's not coming to my, it's called Limitless, I think, because it's like an unlimited amount of money you can win depending on answering all the questions. Give me a second. Eric! My phone just told me it's in low power mode, so I need my charging lead. Sorry if I'm shouting. Erica! So the fact that I learned was that the coldest it's ever got in the UK is 27.2, I believe. Well, on the show it just said minus 27 is the coldest that it's ever been in the UK. So I know that Canada, that is just an average winter temperature. But, well, Canada on the prairies. But, yeah, so that's a fact I learned yesterday. Something else I heard today, which was interesting. Oh, what was it now? I was just listening to a podcast before I did my live, like literally while I was doing the laundry, and there was something that she explained that I thought was really good, and I was like, ooh, I might say that on my live, and now it's not coming to me. Let me think for a second. No, maybe it'll come back to my brain if I'm supposed to tell you guys. There is a little table there, but there's a laptop on it, so I don't want to set my pop on it because, as some of you may or may not know, I'm very clumsy, and my luck, I would knock over my pop onto the laptop. So that sounds cold. Melody, so bundle up, stay warm, and I don't know where Mel, I don't know if you know where Mom is, but I don't see her on, but I can't always tell who's watching, so what was it that I was going to tell you guys? Okay, so it had to do with, see, I never know on these things what people want me to talk about. Like, I can go on and on and on about gardening, but I could also go on and on and on about spiritualism. It's weird because some of my friends and family tell me that they would love to do classes with Steve or workshops, or, you know, they want to know more about the spiritual stuff and everything. And I really thought that people would be interested in the manifestation workshop that's coming up on Saturday on the 5th. And it's online, so people can do it. Melody, are you working on the 5th? It's mine and Steve's gift to you to be able to do the workshop if you're able to. So you don't have to worry about the cost. Me and Steve will cover that, Melody. Just see if you're available this Saturday. So what time did I say? It's 5 till 7 for us. So if it's 8 o'clock here, it's 1 o'clock there. So if it's 7 o'clock here, it's noon. So is that right? I think it would be like noon till 2 for you on Saturday. If you're not working. So it's a manifestation, you know, cosmic ordering, all that good stuff, workshop. And I really thought like people would be interested in it. We keep sharing it, but it, I mean, I know the regular feathers people might be, but, I don't know. I don't want to push people into believing in spiritual stuff, but I also, you know, I'm just letting you guys know that, you know, now you can learn even all around the world, no matter where you are, you can, learn from Steve. Hang on, I forgot again that my phone's gonna die. Erica? Hun, I need my charging thing from her because my phone's gonna die. Sorry. And this is what it's like normally, the shouting. Look at me just pretending like I'm all like, you know, but then people who know the real me know it's like, ah! I'm loud and shouty, but we have a big house too, so like somebody's in another room, it might be. You should hear me when I tell everyone it's dinner time. And now we have like, I won't say her name. We could say echoes, like assistants. What are they called? Whatever. You know, the little speakers that you can have in each room, and you ask them questions and stuff. What's the word for those things? Like the general term, like a digital assistant. There's a name for it, but anyways, we have them in most rooms, so we can do a drop-in feature, an announcement, so I can set it to tell everybody in each room. Thanks, love you, have a good night. That was Steve. So yeah, but I don't want to say that, Melody, but there's like, I mean, a general term, whether you have Google's or you have one from a different company or whatever, there's a general term for them. So I really hope this is gonna charge my phone while we're talking. Can you just give me 1 second? I'm just gonna make sure. I don't know if you could still see me when I did that, but, or if my sound cut out, but it seems to be charging, so we should be good. Anyways, yeah, so you can do this announcement thing where it goes into all the rooms, like on each one or wherever they are. So I can do it like that, dinner time. So you can set it for it to respond to the word echo if you have the Amazon one, but ours are set to the word that starts with A, the name that starts with A that Melody typed in the comments. So I mean, do you know what it would be funny is if I say it really loud right now and everybody watching this, theirs goes off. Would that be funny? Like on the commercials when they do it? Hey, Alexa! Oh yeah, that one's unplugged, so that worked out well. I unplugged it to plug in an extra lamp. Stupid, you know, electricians. There's not bright enough. When I said I was working on the photos in the dining room, I wanted more light because I like light when I work. So I plugged in another light. So this one's not plugged in. And I hope it set yours off. And if it didn't, better luck to me next time. So, what is new with you guys? Did you guys like my little, I don't know if you saw it or not, but my little cartoon where it's like me throwing myself on the couch? Oh yeah, this is something new. So I have gotten back on track in the last few days, but I've been eating a lot of cheese puffs. So I'm not as big as my biggest weight, but I have put on a bit there. So I'm back on track and working out and stuff. And so I don't want all the hard work and everything that we've done. I haven't missed one workout, but I don't want all the hard work that we've done to be for nothing. And I like feeling good about myself. So cheese puffs aside, I need to take it seriously. And a lot of the losing weight and being in shape, well, the fitness part is obviously being active, but the overweightness, a lot of the weight gain and stuff like that has to do with eating, the foods that you're eating and the portion sizes that you're eating. So that's where I need to control my my portion sizes. And when I say that, I'm not saying like be some weird diet person that's like, you know what I mean? I'm saying that most people have too big of portion sizes, and you really need to think about what a person needs of your size, of your healthy size, whether you're a man or a woman. We have different body structures, we have different metabolism. So someone of your size and age, how much do you really need to maintain a healthy lifestyle? And I can tell you that even when you think of the portion that you would need, it's probably even half of that you need. So that's where I've been failing. I still haven't I don't eat the way that I used to, where I would just eat pasta until I burst, but I have been eating a lot of cheese puffs at night before bed, and you know, and then like just like a piece of cake if there's cake in the kitchen, or what else? Just not good. So like I said, the last few days I've been doing good. I think Thursday, Friday, Saturday basically, and then Sunday is today. So yeah, so 4 days I've been back on track about. But yeah, Melody, these cheese puffs are so good. They are like, I think I might have told you guys this before, but they're, okay, so Aldi is a store that we shop at, and it's their brand, but they're kind of like Cheetos puffs, like the ones that are like big corn, like they melt on your tongue, and I don't even want to talk about them. It just makes me want them. And the problem is they have these, okay, so they changed their recipe, but it's still, they're better. But I think they still need to get rid of the old stock of the small bags. So for some reason, when I eat the old bags, like the little bags, sorry, the little small portion ones, they taste like corn pops, the cereal corn pops to me. They just taste like corn and not enough cheese powder on them. So I don't like the little packs anymore. I gave them to the kids. But the big bags, you open them and they're so cheesy, but you can't stop. Like, they just taste good and they melt on your tongue and you just cannot stop. So what I have to do when, okay, so listen though, seriously, when, if I ate a whole bag of cheese puffs, which is 150 grams, I have to burn off like almost 800 calories if I eat a whole bag of those. So I'm way overeating when I eat. Like, because I could eat a whole bag of those before bed, in bed, so it's not good.
Did you just leave?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get to give him a
Oh,
hug.
you'll see him later. Well, phone him. He's just driving, so just phone him and say goodnight. That's Aurora. She's sad because she didn't get...
But I can
No, the car will answer. Yeah, it'll be on speaker. She's sad because she didn't give Daddy a hug before he left. So that, you know, her hug before bed, but it's not her bedtime yet, but he's gone out, so... Okay, love you. Bye. So, what is new with you? I would love to eat some cheese puffs. Oh, Aurora! I'll show you guys something. I was going to grab it, but then I thought, well, I'm not going to leave the thing, but now that Aurora's here, I can get her to answer.
Good night, love you. Well, I'm not going to bed right now, but I mean when I go to bed. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Melody says, I'm like that with Old Dutch barbecue chips. I can power through a big bag. We don't have Old Dutch here, but yeah, which is a good thing because otherwise I would eat lots of those too. And I do like my crisps. I like salt and vinegar crisps here. Do you know that little bear that's up there? Aldi bear, I mean.
That him?
Yeah, can you grab him for me? Thanks. So Aldi, again, is the shop that we shop at. And there's this guy who works there. Night. Oh yeah, love you. She said it's not her bedtime yet. There's this guy who works there. His name is Stuart. And I'll be honest. Okay, so since I've moved I've always been boy crazy. And you know, like, just boy crazy. I've had a lot of boyfriends, all that stuff. But since I've been with Steve, I have not really even had any crushes or anything. So there's this guy who works at Aldi, the shop that we shop at, and he's my first crush in, like, I've been here over 7 years. And it wasn't like, I mean, I love Steve. I wouldn't do anything to jeopardize what we have. And you don't want to have a crush, but I liked looking at him, and it wasn't just that. His sunshiny personality. This is a funny story. So, yeah, it's an Apple Watch because Steve bought his, sorry, distracted. Melody asked if I have an Apple Watch or a Fitbit. This is an Apple Watch because Steve bought himself the newer version of it, and then I got his old one. So, hi, Sam. So, okay, so I'm crushing on this guy, and his sunshiny personality. He's always nice to customers. Like, he's just got this great personality, and I just love talking to him and everything else. But at the same time, I'm thinking, even if I was single, he's working at a grocery store, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying, like, I don't have a career, so I don't know how much income, but anyways, doesn't matter because I love Steve and I'm totally committed. But, you know, anyways, so it's my first crush for 7 years. Then one time I'm talking to him and he says blah blah blah, and he's like, yeah, my husband, I'm gay, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, what? You're gay? That's awesome! And he's like, what? And I was like, oh my God, I've been crushing on you for 2 years and you're gay, so that's perfect because I love my husband. And so now I feel like we can be friends and I can enjoy his positive energy, and there's like no way that it has to feel awkward or anything, except for the fact that I just told the world. So anyways, his name is Stuart. And so I love this store, Aldi, anyways, and I shop there all the time. And yeah, oh my God, Sam just wrote, Stuart is my friend, the one in Aldi. Yes, Stuart. Doesn't he have a sunshiny personality? Like, he's just always happy, always friendly. The way he talks to the customers, like, he's always like, how are you? And actually cares how people are doing. So at Aldi, they had these little guys, and you can see that it says Aldi on his paw, or it says Aldi down here. You can't really see it very well. And that's a symbol for Aldi. And on their little jacket, it says Aldi. And so I had a couple of these in my trolley. So that's a shopping cart. And we're just going along getting our groceries. And he is usually working in the last aisle for some reason. So Sam says he's an amazing guy, very kind, so adorable, amazing blue eyes. Yes, true. And he has a twin brother. And I don't know if you can tell me, Sam, is his twin brother gay? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm married. I'm just saying he has a twin brother. But what am I saying? So I have these in my trolley. And then I said, oh, I'm surprised that all the Aldi workers haven't bought these already. And I showed it to him, and he's like, oh, it even has an Aldi thing. And then and he said something about, oh, you're going to call it Stuart? And he's like, yeah, but you got to stretch the legs because he's like really tall and lanky. Like, he has a really long torso, like my daughter Aurora. Aurora has a really long torso, which makes her even taller. So anyways, now I can't look at it without thinking of him and calling it Stuart. But regardless of that, isn't he cute? Isn't he adorable? And now I can tell everybody because Samantha made it public. Not the Sam that's on right now, but Samantha Moore, my best friend here. Samantha and Alex, her other half, are expecting again. So she's, I think, 15 weeks yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. 15 weeks. Okay, so she's pregnant, and I got one of these little guys for the new baby. So that was a Christmas present for the baby, even though the baby won't be here till July, is it? I don't know. I haven't done my maths. So, yeah, so the baby has one of these little guys too. So, Sam says his twin isn't gay. I always get mixed up as they're identical. Yes. What else? Yeah, Stuart's a nice guy. But it is so weird. Like I said, I haven't had crushes. I'm absolutely happy in my marriage. And it's just ridiculous. And then also, when you find out someone's gay, who does that? You say, oh yeah, that's, whatever. But you don't be like, you're gay? That's awesome! Like, yeah, that's Lisa, right? And at that time, I only knew him. Like, we've talked more since then, but yeah. Sam says, add him on Facebook. Yeah, well, yeah, I could, but I don't want to be weird. I'm the one who told him I was crushing on him for 2 years. So I don't want to be like, hey, I found you on Facebook. We have texted because I sent him, well, these, actually. We were talking about these. Well, actually, and when I was looking for an electrician. But I talked about, because I sent him, he just put his name on there, like everyone who's watching this or will watch this later will look him up. But, so I sent him the link to I was telling him about how I was going to do the Christmas one with the Christmas recipes where we made rum balls and homemade chocolates. And then I said that my favorite live that I've ever done so far before that one was the Halloween one where I was a mad scientist and Erica, our 13-year-old, was my test subject. And I was in a character for the whole live. And that was just hilarious. So I sent him a link to that. And then that night, or like I said, blah, 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 I'm doing this on Sunday, the recipes. And he's like, oh, I'm off on Sunday anyway. So he was going to watch it. But I don't think he did. Well, I didn't think he did at that time. And then I sent him a link after it was done and said, if you didn't get a chance to watch it, here's the link to watch the recipe one. And then when I talked to him later, when I saw him, he didn't get time to watch it. But yeah, so he knows where my Facebook is. So I don't want to be like too weird. And like, there's part of me that's like, hey, you want to be my best friend? Like, no, because I like his energy. So we want people in our lives like that, guy or girl or whoever, right? People who like exude positive energy, people who make you feel good about yourself. And but it's awkward. Like, even if, okay, so I'm straight, I'm attracted to men, but if I met a girl who I thought was like really awesome and was like, you know what I mean? It's hard to be like, do you want to be my friend? Do you want to like come over and hang out? And yeah, so I'm not really good at that. I mean, I'm good at being weird and I'm totally not afraid to say those things, but the problem isn't saying it. The problem is they'll be like, yeah, check you later. I mean, I'll check my schedule, but I don't think I have room for crazy. So, but yeah. Wow. What are the chances that Sam's watching this and she knows who he is? I did notice that I had 5 friends in common with him. So I may have looked at his Facebook already, but I didn't add him yet. It's so weird. Let's change the subject. What's new with you? So for dinner, I made hamburgers for Steve and these new chicken burger things that I got from Aldi. They're like chicken burgers, but they're like the patties, and then instead of breadcrumbs, it looks like Rice Krispies on them. So I don't know how good they were because I only bought them for the 4 kids, and I made them 2 each, and they seem to have eaten them all. So me and Steve didn't even get, like, I thought maybe if Erica only ate 1, then me and Steve would get to like at least taste it, but if they like them, I'll buy them again. But because of the breadcrumbs and carbs and stuff, I didn't really buy them for me and Steve. However, because I've been eating too much lately, to lower my carbs for my dinner, instead of having a bun, which I was really tempted to have a bun in a burger, I just took a big piece of lettuce and a leaf of like iceberg lettuce, and then I put my like a beef patty on it, and then some tomato and some onion and then some American mustard, and then folded the lettuce over, and I just ate it like that. Melody, my sister Melody already creeped him. That's so funny. Yes, so yeah, so I ate that for dinner. And I made onion rings and chips for the kids. I know it's not a healthy dinner for them tonight, but I also made so we had this small portion left in a bag, frozen sweet potato chips or fries or whatever, sweet potato fries. So, but when you read on the package for the sweet potato fries, they were like really high, like they weren't healthy. So you might as well make your own from sweet potatoes. But I had this little bit left that I really needed to get out of the freezer because it was bugging me. So I made those, and I gave Steve 2 big hamburgers, but I put a few of the sweet potato fries on the plate for him to eat. So I had some of those too, but not too many, about maybe 10, like 2 at a time, like 5 times. So yeah, so that was my dinner. I haven't done my workout yet. I've been doing the cross trainer. I want to add on the, like, not just yoga and doing my shred, but I want to do the cross trainer as well. So the last week I've been doing just the cross trainer for 22 minutes. Well, yesterday I did 23 minutes. And yesterday, I don't know what I was thinking. I was like going crazy the whole time, like going so fast. And then I kept looking at my watch thinking this is gotta be over soon, or cause it's dark in there. So I couldn't really see the monitor on the cross trainer. And I was like, this gotta be over soon. And then I would look at the time, and I had to, like, I didn't have to keep it up like that, but I seriously worked my ass off on the cross trainer yesterday. But muscles are getting, because I've done it for like the last week. Okay, why it started was Steve's dad was here, and so in the evenings he would watch TV in the living room, meaning I can't do my workout. I could do my workout on my headphones up in the upstairs in our room, but bouncing around and stuff. So I thought I'll just go on the cross trainer, and that's what happened. So I did that just listening to my headphones. So I've done it for the last week. Now I'm getting my body used to it, so I can add the shred and that together. And because it's time to step it up, right? We've been doing this for like 530 days or something, so 630 for Steve. But yeah, new muscles that I don't that aren't sore from doing my shred are sore right now, so it'll be good to combine the two. I'm just gonna have a drink. This is so weird. This is so weird because, like, if I become friends with Stuart on Facebook and then he does watch any of my lives, and if he watches this one, like, if he didn't think I was a creeper already, and then Melody creeping him. I don't know. Auntie Diane says, any trucker convoys in England? We had a 6-hour convoy go through Grand Prairie. It's huge up in Ottawa right now. Now, I don't exactly understand this trucker thing, and I support truckers in general. I support everything they do. I know that the world couldn't run without them. But if this is, I haven't looked into it, but if this is like truckers against vaccinations, or truckers about freedom and their right to choose a vaccination, like, I'm not going to get political, and I'm not going to argue with people. It's like abortion, right? I'm not going to hate someone who has an abortion. I'm not going to think they're less of a person. That's their personal decision, but I would never have one. So if you want to fight against vaccinations and your freedom to choose, that's on you. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to think you're less of a person. That's your opinion, but my opinion is pro-vaccination, and I have frustrated feelings towards people who are not being vaccinated. So if this trucker thing has to do with not getting vaccinated, then I am not supportive of the convoys. However, I am supportive of truckers in general and everything they do for us. So you can tell me in the comments if that's what this trucking convoy thing is, support for truckers in Canada and blah, 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 if this has to do with their freedom and their right to choose if to be vaccinated or not. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm tired of all this for a few years, and I'm not going to argue with people about what they believe. There's certain things that I would stand up for, and I would protest for, and I would, but this isn't one of them, because I'm on the opposite side, and I'm not going to protest and go and tell people they have to get vaccinated, because even if I believe that, I'm too lazy. And you're going to do what you're going to do anyways, aren't you? So I'm triple vaxxed. So I've been vaccinated like 2 and my booster. And yeah, So, and so is Steve. The girls were supposed to go for their second one yesterday. Thomas has 2. He hasn't got his booster yet. The girls, Allison and Aurora, were going to go for their second one on Saturday, but I didn't realize it ended at 1, and I looked at what time it was open till, at 3, so they had already missed it. So they're going on, my brother's birthday is the next one, so February 3rd. So they might go then. And Erica has to wait 12 weeks because she had COVID. She has to wait 12 weeks after her last symptoms or something before she can get her second one. But they all have their first. So hopefully I didn't lose viewers from my opinion, because like I said, I'm not going to hate you or unfriend you because you have a different opinion than me. So hopefully you're not going to hold it against me that I have a different opinion of you, and I really don't want to hear anybody trying to convince me otherwise, because I won't push you. Don't push me. We're entitled to our own beliefs and feelings. So how is everybody? Let's, again, awkward. Let's change the subject. Rambling hour.
I'm sorry.
No one was talking to you, Siri. But Siri's sorry. See, I said the name now and it didn't work. Okay. I like tracking my sleep. That's one of the things we do. And there's this thing on here, on this health app, that you can do. Well, it's this Moon app. I can't remember what it's called. Let me look. I don't know if it has a name. It's like a sleep app. Okay, so when Steve first got this watch, it didn't come with a sleep app, so well, it cost like a few pounds, so like a few dollars for this one, and so I bought it too so that we could have the same one, and I like it, and it has this thing on it called lights off, and you press it when you go to sleep, like when you're about to go to sleep, you turn it on and press lights off, and then it will track how long from when you pressed it till the time when you fell asleep. So like some nights it takes me 2 minutes to fall asleep. That's why I wanted to see what it was, because because Steve says how quickly I can go to sleep because he doesn't sleep well, let alone falling asleep, right? And I could be like, okay, I'm going to sleep now, love you, night, and like that quickly. So it is cool to see how long I sleep, how often I wake up, yeah, and I guess my heart rate doesn't go, even though I've been working out, but I haven't been working out, I have been working out, but I haven't been doing yoga yet, again. So my resting heart rate when I'm sleeping is in the 70s, and Steve's is lower than that, so we'll see if my heart rate can, once I start doing my yoga and stuff again, we'll see if my heart rate goes lower while I'm resting and sleeping, but we'll just watch that. So my range is still good, but it's higher than his range, so anyways, yeah, it's cool that we can see how fast I fall asleep and how many hours I'm in the different states of sleep. So my hair is like really poofy, and that's okay because it's just a different look for a different live. But it's because after my shower yesterday, I just put it back in a plait, which is a braid, and then today I just undid the plait, the braid, and just was like, poof, yeah, done, ready for live. Put on a bit of makeup, make it look like I changed my clothes, and this is my first time wearing this, and it's really long, and I like it. So, how is everyone? Welcome to Rambling Hour. It's season 6. Can you believe that? Well, yeah, I can, because I know I can talk 1 hour a week. That's like nothing for me. And season 6, episode 1. Things are going good. And Melody said, yeah, sister, but nobody told me, like, yeah, sister. Like, she agrees with me, but nobody told me if that's what the convoys are for. Are the trucking convoys for the freedom of the choice to choose? Having a drink again. Thirsty. Talking too much. Dry throat. Parched. Ugh. Well, back in the olden days, in about 2006, when I worked at the State Farm Insurance, is about when I bought this necklace. So it's Moon. And I needed something to put on today. It was kind of hard to find something for my outfit because I don't know how to do this thing that the people do when they show things like this. I don't even know if that's in focus. Anyways, it's a half moon. A crescent moon with some stars. So I just thought I'd put something on. Usually I'm wearing a different one, but I went up to there. And I know my neck is getting red. That is just my flushing. I don't know what it is. I've gone to the doctor for it. it happens when I eat things sometimes, but oh yeah, I did have tomatoes with my hamburger, but I don't know. What can you do? It just happens. What is new, everybody? Tell me something interesting. So, enough birthdays. Oh, another thing that doesn't help is that when Allison's birthday, we had Chinese food, and I always buy lots, so we had it like for a few days. And then Steve's birthday, I didn't think we'd have Chinese because I love Chinese, but it was his birthday, so he could choose, and like he loves steak and stuff like that. But because we had people over, like Owen and his boyfriend Bobby, and then Amy and James, and then Steve's dad was here, because there was so many people, we just got Chinese again. So yeah, it doesn't help. And I eat pretty healthy Chinese food. Like my favorite things are beef Szechuan and egg foo young, which is just a Chinese omelet, and like chow mein. And so it's not like the deep fried things and everything that I'm eating, but it's still the portion sizes, right? Because we don't eat it. We only eat that a few times a year. So I definitely was eating until I was like ready to burst. But also when Steve's dad comes into town, we get fish and chips, like proper fish and chips from the chippy, as they would say here. So, and it's so good because he comes, because it's one of the best places, honestly. It's like the best fish and chips. And I've been everywhere. Scotland, Wales, Ireland. I don't know if I had fish and chips when I was in Ireland, but anyways, and all the places. This one here, King's Lock Fish and Chips in Middlewich, is like my favorite. So when Steve's dad is in town, he always gets he gets what's called a liver and kidney pudding. It's called a pudding. It's like, so it's made with like, the dough is called suet, and then, so it looks like a tall meat pie made with like suet pastry, and they dump it out and then they steam it, and then he puts gravy on it. So pudding and he has chips, pudding, and gravy. So anyways, and he has that every time he comes to town. So that's our excuse and our time that, again, so we try not to have the fish and chips because it's deep fried and it's, not healthy. And Steve has chips, peas, and gravy. So it's chips, mushy peas, which is like what's it called? It's a certain type of pea that they cook and make mushy. So he has that, chips and mushy peas, and then gravy on top, and that's what he eats. So again, not the healthiest thing, but we only eat that a few times a year. So it's because Steve's dad was here, it was our excuse to have it. So the few days that he was here, we had chips and gravy. Fish and chips. We had Chinese for a few days. So yeah, I'm really getting my eating back on track and getting the yoga and everything back. But also because, like I said, Fred the joiner has been here all week working on the doors. It's just like, I don't get embarrassed easily, so I could just do it. But it is kind of like, yeah, well, sorry, you can't tell, but I was bringing my leg up to do like tree pose, and like, it's one thing to do yoga while somebody's here, but me doing my cardio and stuff, okay, if I knew how to dance and do that stuff and I had rhythm, that would be different. But we're talking about someone who has poor coordination, clumsy, and Fred doesn't care. He's working, he doesn't give it. But it's just kind of weird doing my shred in front of people. Well, not people, but you know what I mean. If it's, I don't know. Anyways, you know what I mean. Plus, it's easier to concentrate when there's nobody around. But no excuses. I need to get my shit done. And also, the yoga, I could be doing in our bedroom. I could do yoga anywhere in the house. I don't have to do it in the living room. Whereas with the shred, I could do it upstairs in our room. But you can hear the floor, like when I'm like doing, jumping jacks and stuff, the bouncing on the floor. So I'd rather do it on the main floor here where it's concrete underneath the flooring. So I don't sound like a big elephant. That's actually, okay, so I guess because I wear headphones when I do my workout, so I can listen to something else to distract me while I'm, doing my workout. But Steve said that he can tell when I'm doing my workout because he can still hear me jumping around. Melody says she farts during yoga. Yeah, I do sometimes too, especially in the yoga I do. There's this one time in the video where he says, like put your hands on your belly, like you're relaxing. And then he says, just let your belly empty. And I always think he means like, let it all out, let those farts come out. Oh my God, Steve sent me this video today of this gorilla, and it says what happens when you drink coffee in the morning. And you see this like, I don't know if it's, sorry, I don't want to offend any apes or gorillas or anything out there. I don't know what type of monkey it actually is, but I'm gonna say gorilla, but I could be wrong. So it's drinking some kind of drink, and then you see it walking, and it's going. I'll put a link on the bottom. It's on TikTok, but yeah. So the whole way while it's walking, it's farting, and it's funny. I thought it was funny. I don't really drink coffee, but I do fart, and I am the queen of farts. So wow, this live is just talking about everything, but I am the queen of farts, and me and Steve, we call ourselves fartners. We're fartners for life. And I think it's crazy. I was listening to this podcast and it was talking about people not farting in front of their partners. And then this one person wrote in, and it had been like, I can't even remember, like 5 years. It was like something crazy. And she had never farted in front of him. And I was like, are you kidding? Like, I have stomach problems. So that's like one of the first things that, I mean, the night that me and Steve hung out in Ontario, where we like realized we had feelings for each other, we're sitting in his hotel room, and I needed to use the toilet, and it's a hotel room. So I close the door to the bathroom, and what happens? I'm peeing, and then you hear him laughing out there, and yeah, it happens. I don't know how. I could not even imagine. Well, I mean, I have held them in on a night out with new people or things like that, and it hurts. It just gets so bloated, and yeah, so. I can't imagine like holding them in a relationship for a long period of time, like months or years. It's crazy. So I'm shouting and nobody's around, but the dog's sleeping, so she's used to my shouting. I mean, I don't just sit here and shout when no one's home, although I have been caught talking to myself a few times. The other day Steve came in and he said, what? And I said, oh no, I was talking to myself. Sorry. I said, I don't know why I did it out loud. Whatever. I said something like, I don't usually do that. And he's like, yeah, actually you do. I'm like, what? Do I? Do I actually talk to myself out loud? I thought I just did it in my head. But I guess I do it out loud as well. So, yeah, I do need to do my workout when this is done, and maybe finish reading my book, and maybe just going to sleep. And starting a whole new week again. So, like I said, Fred the Joiner will be here tomorrow, putting on handles and locks and stuff on the doors. Thomas leaves to New York on Tuesday, and the workshop is on Saturday. That is all I can think about for this week. I hope the electricians get in contact soon, because I'm getting frustrated and excited and everything else. I want the work done from the electricians. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else is new. I don't know else who's watching, whether you're watching now or watching at a later time. I hope you have had a good week and enjoy the last few days of January. I hope anybody who has had New Year's resolutions is still keeping up with them. My New Year's resolutions were to hang out with the family more, so spend, like, whether it's one-on-one time with them or family time, like playing board games and everything else. We haven't done anything like that yet, but I have been doing one-on-one dinners with the girls and like making dinners with them. So so I have been doing that. I still want to keep that going. The other one is use it or lose it. So, and what we call death cleaning. So it's like getting rid of things, decluttering, because if and when you die, you don't want your family to have to de-hoard your house, right? That's the last thing you want them to do. So I'm really going through and saying, like, is this stuff that if I died tomorrow, is this shit that I want my family to have to get rid of, or is it stuff I could get rid of now? And what was my other one? What was my other New Year's resolution? I have them written down in my journal, and I am trying to do them all still. So what my point was is that I don't know about you, if you've made New Year's resolutions, it's important to make ones that are realistic and that you can and will keep all year round. So instead of saying, like, I'm going to go to the gym 4 days a week, make your New Year's resolution to say that you're going to make an active, a effort to become like to live a healthier lifestyle. So whether that's making better choices with your food or going to the gym, or, so then you can remind yourself, oh, get back on the, New Year's resolution, healthier lifestyle kick. instead of beating yourself up because you're not going to the gym like you said you would. But I can't think of what my third one is right now. Nope. My brain is empty. So, I remember saying something about that, and now I heard it on a podcast too, that basically, like, if you're, your train of thought, that, like, the train has left the station, or my train left without me, so just references to your train of thought being, like, anyways, I thought it was funny when I heard it, but I've heard it referenced more than once, so now I just keep picturing a train leaving with my thought, or whatever. Dang it! I can't remember what I was going to tell you from the podcast. I can't remember what my third resolution is, but I'll write it in I'll check it, because now I'm just curious. So I'm going to check my journal when I'm done on here, and I'll write it in the comments. But yeah, dang it. So, what else? I am not hungry right now, but I am like, okay, I know what I'll do. Because I chew gum sometimes when I work out. Again, to distract me. Not that I don't want to concentrate on my working out, but it gives me another focus to, like, help me get through it. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so I'm feeling like, when you feel like snacky or like you need something, but I'll just chew some gum and do my workout. Let me just check here. Okay, so we have 10 minutes left for the rambling hour. Anybody want to tell me anything? I know my Canadian viewers, Melody said that you guys got snow on the prairies anyways, and that it's going back into minus double digits. So, burr, and here in the UK, January and February are the coldest months. I can't believe it's like January's done already. So January and February are the coldest months here, but they haven't even been, knock on wood, because I don't want everything to freeze. But, I mean, it might freeze, but you know what I mean? I don't want it to go too cold and lose plants. But it's been, yeah, so February, and then I can't believe that I got to get through one more month, and then March, like, I could be outside again. Oh my God, I can't wait to be in the garden. But at the same time, I like I said, I can get addicted. So once I get into the garden, I want to be out there all the time, and there's always stuff to do. And yeah, so, yes. Melody says it's +4 today. I think my watch tells me what the temperature is right now. Let me see. I don't know. I don't even know. Let me look. Hang on. I should be able to, because I have all these apps, but I might even have the weather app on here. I don't know what some of these symbols mean. Oh, there it is. Weather network. 8. It's 8 right now. Feels like 3. And partly cloudy. The wind is only at 30 miles per hour right now, so that's not bad. And like it's 9 p.m., so it's 8 right now. What? Oh, Melody says, I read the second comment before the first one. Melody says, Candace and I are going to go for a walk around the lake soon. I'm just waiting for her to show up. So Melody, as you may or may not know, Melody lives right near a lake, and so Candace is one of her best friends, and they are going to go and walk around the lake, which is good exercise, which is what Steve does for his exercise, although he power walks. So, but even just a casual walk is activity. Yeah. I remember when I brought down all the Christmas bins, like, so I didn't put a lot of Christmas decorations this year because of the renovations and stuff, but I did bring all the bins down from the loft and downstairs into the dining room and living room to go through them all. And the day that I brought them down, so I passed them from the loft to the landing upstairs, but then I brought them down the stairs myself, and some of them are quite heavy. And my exercise, the day that I did that, I didn't even have to do my shred because I had done more exercise and lifting and going up and down the stairs with all the Christmas stuff than I would have, like, and burnt more calories than I would have done doing my shred. It was crazy, and I was tired that day. I do remember that. That tells you that I have too many Christmas decorations. But on a year when I do put them all out, I do love it. I love when it's like a magical, and then it feels so different when you change it for different seasons or different things. Or really, you take all the Christmas decorations down and your house feels bigger but naked. So it is, yeah, I don't want to get rid of them. And there's a lot to bring down. So, oops, sorry, I was just checking the time. Yeah, let me just... That's what happens when I'm late. Late for my start, then I'm late for my finish, right? So, see, I keep thinking about food, but really it's not, I'm not hungry. I'm just like antsy, knowing that I have to do my workout, and so I just need my gum to chew or something. And don't worry, sugar-free gum, so I'm not adding more calories. I don't chew it very often, but just like I said, sometimes when I'm doing my workout. But I like bubble gum, and I like to blow bubbles. But other people don't really like when you're snapping bubbles. It can annoy them. Oh my god, so there's this show that we watched, and we already watched all... Okay, so here, most TV shows, this is me thinking about my headache, most TV shows, series here, they'll have like only 6 episodes per series, which is really annoying, but there was this one that we just watched. What was it called? Oh my god, my brain. Oh, I was looking for my phone, but this is my phone. And what's his name? He played the Hobbit. Anyways, I'll write it in the comments because my brain isn't... I don't even know what the name of the show is right now. Ugh. Anyways, we watched the episodes within 2 or 3 days. But in the program, he is a cop, and he's just really stressed from his work and different things that are happening in his life, and he gets like these panic attacks and headaches. And on the show, they have this squealing, this high-pitched squealing to show you like what he's hearing in his head. And when we're watching the show, people even complained online. I said, look it up, Steve, see if people are complaining. Because every time it happened, I'm like, oh, it's killing my head. But Steve couldn't hear it. I mean, I know Steve's like almost 15 years older than me. So as you get older, your hearing is different in different ranges. And Steve couldn't hear it. But every time, I was like, it's happening again. So hopefully in series 2, when that show comes back, they won't have that high-pitched squealing. But yeah, people did complain online about it, and that it set off their tinnitus. And yeah, I mean, even if you don't have tinnitus, it's like, if you can hear it, it was just like, meh. So, but what was that show called? It had to do with, the name of it was like the same as like what he was, like an officer. And it was based in Liverpool. So he had a Liverpudlian accent. So yeah, it was based in Liverpool. He was a cop. And what's his name? Who played the Hobbit? Come on, somebody can look this up for me. I can see him in my head. He's got a little tiny nose. And I know his name. But it's not coming to me. Is it David? Ugh. You know when, like, again, the train has left the station without me. What is his name? Martin Freeman. His name is Martin Freeman. So you can look that up. Martin Freeman, new TV show, 2022, which I can't believe it's 2022. I keep thinking it's 2021. Yes. It was a really good series, though, so we wanted to watch it, but the squealing was unnecessary. And I could see how he, like, even, like, his character, he looked like he was tired all the time, like his bags under his eyes, like, he looks rough. And it was like, if you were hearing that in your head, like he does, oh my god, you would look rough. If you're hearing that all the time, every day, having panic attacks. Has anybody looked up what the show is called? No? Okay, so I'll still put it in the comments, but now that I remembered Martin Freeman's name, you can still look it up based on that. So, it was a good series, though. I enjoyed it. So we have 2 minutes left. I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know where my mom is today, but that's okay. She might watch it later. If not, I won't hold it against her. I love her. I love you guys. And this crazy episode that we talked about some crazy things today. So we'll see who has watched this now. Well, I don't ever know unless you comment. or it pops up, which it doesn't always do. I have no idea who watches these live or who watches them later. So who knows who will watch this. But, and eventually, on my list of to-dos, I will get these put up onto YouTube. Because I feel like, you know, I have so much to say, and people just all over the world will care to listen to me ramble. It is funny though, because there's so many things that I like about myself, but my voice is not one of them, and yet I can ramble, and now I'm doing the rambling hour. I'll have to get something like, maybe I could do one of those things that changes your voice. Like if I get a microphone and it changes my voice to something less. You know, I was talking about that high-pitched squealing in a head. I bet you my voice is like that for some people. The responder. Thank you, Melody. Yes, the series is called The Responder. Anyways, I hope everybody has a good week this week, and we will see you in February. So, like I said, next week, next Sunday, I might have a Valentine's theme. Seeing I already have my Valentine's stuff out, and I love you guys. I hope you guys have a great week and great the rest of your day. And from me and Stuart, working at Aldi, from me and Stuart, have a great evening, and yeah, I love you guys. We'll see you later. Bye.